This is what my fingernails look like because I had no oxygen. I was getting, the capillaries were bursting in my fingernails. That's how bad I looked. They're telling me I was fine. This is what came out of my sinus. I don't know if you could see that. That's like black on there. I finally gave up on Laura, and she sent me to the Southtowns gastroenterology, sorry. That was in 13. They said it was diverticulitis. Here, take Miralax, Symbicort, the Ventolin, Robaxin, Oxycodone, Cadian, Mobic, Abilify, Zetia, Xanax, Wellbutrin, D3, and vitamin B12. And I was no longer on the Wellbutrin or Abilify. In fact, I never felt better going off of that crap. Just more blood work. Just blood work, blood work, blood work. Constipation. No. Remember, I was going to a rheumatologist this whole time, and they kept doing the same tests over and over. But here we have an ANA choice screen with reflex DNA, and it said a negative they were telling me that I had either lupus or rheumatoid arthritis all of a sudden, and that came from the GI specialist. This is some portal messages. I was asking them if I would appreciate it if you would schedule an appointment for a colonoscopy. After having had treatment for approximately 1 year, things are really no different. I would like to make sure there are no other issues happening. Thank you. I was on Topamax for the headaches I was getting from all this. Dent, I believe, was doing MRIs of my brain to watch the fungus grow. No other reason. I was getting cortisones. I've been on more steroids than anyone should be. Here's more. This is just some of the crap I've been through. Some more of my medicines. And if you notice, they always mention my allergies of Flagyl and Bactrim. Well, I would have to say when you have C. diff and you're given antibiotics that strong, that's why I got a reaction right away, is because it was just making more bacteria. Taking out any good bacteria. Intestinal malabsorption. I had no acid in my body, and they just kept giving me more. Taking away more. And I put on here because I was on 40 milligrams of prednisone and an antiviral medication at the time. They just kept handing me more. Here's more symptoms. I was actually vomiting up bile. Look at omeprazole, ranitidine is Zantac. And then there's the Aprezo they gave me told me to finally stop it because it wasn't doing anything. Well, it probably was making things more bearable. Here's what my stomach and my esophagus, this is my colonoscopy. You do see how red it is, right? It was because I had no acid. This is my throat. Look at pre-pyloric. That was from the antacids. Pre-pyloric means pre-cancer, just so you do know, because I didn't know. Because nobody really explained anything. Look at that. It was bad news. And they kept doing the same thing, telling me to take more and more antacids and anything else that would cause more bacteria. Here's the one from the C. diff. Oh no, this is just the polyps that were probably, because I had no muscle. They were just kind of, my colon was actually just sagging and falling out of me because I had no muscle. I couldn't eat. It was killing me, inside and out. This is more. Yeah, you have polyps and precancer, but we'll see you in 10 years. Thanks. Here, this is a gem from my boob's office. He gave me more antacids. There's the Gaviscon. I never even got it filled because that's about the time I said enough is enough and started going with the apple cider vinegar, organic, the honey, organic, and hot water. I called them hot toddies because that was the only thing that helped me. The antacids made everything worse. In fact, Walgreens pharmacist tried to tell me that I had too much acid and that's why my asthma was bad. It was neither. I didn't have any muscles and my heart was having a hard time pumping oxygen to my blood. Then you add C. diff, which actually prevents oxygenation of your blood because you're filled with toxins instead.